After just 1 week of testimony, an abrupt end to the murder trial when the judge said this.
The court has considered the evidence and finds that substantial evidence does not exist to warrant a conviction. It's ordered granting defendant's motion for a Rule 20 judgment of acquittal.
Michael Turney acquitted of all charges against him after allegedly being the last person to see Alyssa alive on May 17, 2001. After the prosecution rested their case, Michael Turney's defense team asked for an acquittal based on Rule 20 in Arizona court rules, which states before the verdict, the court can enter a judgment of acquittal if there is no substantial evidence to support a conviction.
No body, no crime scene, no blood spatter, no body parts found in the house, no murder weapon, no evidence in the houses or in the car to suggest that a murder took place.
The prosecution then had a chance to try and prove Turney shouldn't be acquitted, bringing up the circumstantial evidence of secret video recordings of Alyssa by her stepfather, missing tapes on the day she disappeared, and family members, including Alyssa's sister Sarah, testifying about the controlling relationship Michael Turney had over Alyssa.
The law does not envision a person who murders someone simply because they have disposed of the body where it cannot be found, simply because they have managed to commit this crime without leaving physical evidence.
In the end, Judge Myers explaining there did seem to be enough evidence to prove Alyssa is no longer alive, but not enough to convict Michael Turney of causing or having any involvement in her death. Defense attorney Jamie Jackson telling the media this message on behalf of Michael Turney.
He is happy that the judge saw it his way. He's excited that he'll be able to get out of custody. He is obviously still very concerned about the case and Alyssa and trying to find who actually killed her.
And we are waiting for Michael Turney to be officially released tonight. Many have asked if he could ever face charges again, and the answer is no. This is it. Otherwise, it would be a double jeopardy situation. So once he's free, he's out for good on this case, guys.
It'll be interesting if he wants to talk to the media.
We would like him to. Yeah. That's for sure.
So tell me about this prosecutor in this case.
Interesting, because Vincent Bordino just prosecuted Brian Patrick Miller in the infamous zombie hunter case and won after 8 months. So today, a clear loss for the prosecution with this acquittal before even going to closing argument. So it just goes to show you can win some, you can lose some, but I guess the big difference between those trials was DNA evidence.
This case was really resurrected by the fact that Alyssa's sister, Sarah, had a podcast that got a lot of attention. What's been the social media response to this and to Sarah?
So a lot of people are really angry who have been following this case for years. Sarah launched that podcast in 2019. It's likely because of her advocacy and her work that her father was arrested in 2020. Not sure that would have happened without Sarah on social media and on that podcast. So a lot of people sending in their love for Sarah and Alyssa and just upset with this outcome. I think a lot of people would have at least liked to see it go to the jury and have it go through that whole process to then come to a verdict rather than not get to that point at all. So definitely some people who aren't happy with this outcome, but the judge did his best given what he saw as evidence or lack thereof to come to this decision.
And it was a missing persons case at first, so long ago, and that's when maybe some of the investigation was botched?
Yeah, that seems to be a big problem here. Even the defense team alluded to that when they were talking to the judge trying to get an acquittal. They said, you know, that is on Phoenix PD, but it's not on Michael Turney. They actually said that today. So yes, they didn't really start properly investigating this until 2008, and she went missing in 2001, so a lot can change in 7 years.
So is he cleared now by double jeopardy? What if a body is found in the future?
I don't believe he can be recharged for this. So could he face a completely new set of charges that are different? Possibly, but he cannot be charged for second-degree murder again.
No other suspect.
No, and that's the thing. It was sad today because the judge did say we can all presume that Alyssa is dead after 22 years, but you know, we haven't found her remains. We don't know where she is, and at the center of this, she's still missing, and that's really upsetting to this community.
All right. Well, we know you're going to try to get that interview.
Yes.
Yeah. Brianna Whitney, thank you.
Thanks.